She needs to unmute on this laptop, right? Because there's no central microphone.
Yes.
Yes, this is on. Can you listen in on?
We'll start.
Anything else I can help? Or do you have it from there?
I have it from here. I think so.
I'll be right here.
Thank you guys.
She's not muted yet.
I'm not on music.
You are. It's just talking Sophia Wang, so you are unmuted. Yeah, you are.
Okay, I'm just gonna start.
Yeah. All the best.
All right, welcome to our first bootcamp for Introduction to Deep Learning. That's made it through the first week. Right, welcome. So in this bootcamp, we're gonna talk about the basic structure of this class, collaboration policies, how we can participate, and the homework structures, and how to success and have fun learning and be successful at the same time. So we will have bootcamps like this or hackathons every weekend on Saturdays. So when this is always going to be available for 3 hours straight on Saturdays, stop by. We have questions and recall. So we'll get started with collaboration policy. Have anyone know what is the rules? That's right now. And I get over to it. Are we allowed to look at other source code? Are we allowed to help people debug? Are we allowed to copy code from other sources? It's also in the homework one quiz due this Sunday.
You need to
It's-
connect something.
Alright. That's the most important part. We do the quiz, they have important
Like how you
details.
project this.
Homework structure. We'll have 4 homeworks throughout the semester. Each homework will be break down into 2 parts. There's, for example, we're going to talk about homework 1 today. There is a part 1 and a part 2. So collectively, you will have 8 homeworks to work on throughout the semester. Each homework is going to last for 2 weeks.
That's
Right. There are bonuses. So there is an autograph for homework 1 and homework 2. There's bonus for 1, 2, and 3. So those are the additional questions and work you can do if you want to get some extra score. For homework part 2, our other TAs we're going to talk about it in more details, but do remember that there is a quiz portion coming to part 2. We're going to talk about part 1 and part 2 at the same time today. All right. Has everyone get access to Auto Lab at this time? Okay, send us questions on Piazza if you have a problem. Project. There will be a semester-long project where you can decide if you want to focus on the in-depth research topic, putting your own neural net model, or however way you want to contribute to the subject of your interest. There will be a little report, there will be a final presentation, there will be a final report. It is the entire simulation of sending your foot into a scientific research. This is our sandbox project for you to try it out. You can pick your own topic, form your own groups. That doesn't have questions. All right. Any questions at this point? Yes.
Does the bonus of does the point from bonus add linearly to the homework on part 1?
That part of grading. Anyone from grading can answer this.
What was the question?
Is bonus points adding linearly to final grade?
No, that will also be interpolated.
It will be a portion into the portion of homeworks. Right? Okay. Any other questions?
If I am 11685 student, can I join a group and do the final project?
No, you will have to switch to 785 if you want to select your own topic. 685 have a topic that we decided for you.
Actually, they can join if they want to.
Oh, you can, yeah.
Really?
Yep. Any other questions?
So for undergrads, we have this homework assignment and the quizzes. We have homework 5.
There is a.
So there are 10 assignments.
I don't think homework 5 is okay. That's like
So.
Any other questions about the structure of the work? That's one. No, cool. Set up. So part 1, oh yeah.
Sorry, but I recall like at least multiple times from either lecture and the logistic lecture that the 485 version.
485 has the homework 5. Not a project.
Homework 5, last semester, we called the guided project for 685 homework 5, but because it's confusing, that no longer exists. So if it's on the website, we meant to delete that. So it's called the guided project now for 685.
So you so that one has like C1, C2, autograph and bonus. What's the difference? I thought like C1 and C2 have, C1 has like an autograph part, like all of them are on autograph.
Oh. Okay, AutoGrad is like something you do with PyTorch.
Right.
And AutoLab is the one that we submit homework. It's not graded.
Okay.
Part 1, and the difference is part 1 and part 2 are required. You absolutely have to do it. Those 2 are bonuses and harder.
Okay.
But feel free to try it out. It's fun. And you might get questions like that in police. Everybody personal experience. Any other questions? I can address this one. Yes.
The P2 has a requirement that we have 60% by the first deadline, the early deadline. Is there anything like that for P1? Part 1.
No, for part 1, if you do that early, you get bonus. For part 2, you have to start early. The part 2 is significantly longer than part 1's usually. So that's, we have that early submission thing for part 2 as the requirements to encourage people to get started on the work and then start talking to each other about questions and resolve problems. Yeah, so part 2, you're required to start it early, finish the quiz and reach the early, low cutoff. There's a threshold that once you pass all of that, you will get a portion of your grade. That's for part 2.
There is no early.
There is nothing like that for part 1. If you do part 1 early as well, you get bonus points. Any other questions? Okay, then part 1's, homework 1 part 1's generally use any of your favorite IDEs forward. Part 2, you can run that on. Part 2 is gonna need more computational resources and more of like a cloud-based thing. So there are 3 different options we're providing this semester. We have AWS, we have Google Colab, which is free. AWS is also free. We have what's that? PSC, which is a abbreviative for Pittsburgh Supercomputing Center. That's the computing resources that through Carnegie Mellon. The entire class is gonna share a certain amount of computing resources. So that's like the collective thing. All those 3 resources have free version if you're using your CMU account. Check out our recitation zeros to pick any tool you want to work with. There's also Kaggle. You can run your code on Kaggle directly, depending on model. Sometimes it's slower, but there are a lot of options. Check out recitation zero and pick the ones that you want to work with. Any questions here? How to get the free version, how to get the credits, and how to make sure these are free. Send us a question on Piazza. We'll get that to you. Those are setups and plans. We good? Okay. Timeline. Start early, as always. This is a class that has, welcomes students from the entire university, meaning we have students from different programs, different academic level, and across the colleges, around Carnegie Mellon University. People come from various backgrounds. We are encouraging and welcoming everyone who have an interest in deep learning to take this class. The only advice that I can give personally is to start your work early and pay attention to lectures. That's how to make sure that you have all the details you need to be successful and be actively engaging in the class. And then like each homework is last 2 weeks, gonna last 2 weeks. The resources, we have already published a lot of resources as for now. Check out first website and our YouTube channel. There's lecture 0, there's lecture 1 and lecture 2 as for week 1, there's lab 1. There's recitation zeros, which are a series of videos that is recorded by our team of TAs over the summer to describe different aspects and tools through different technological aspects, different tools that you might use in the semester. So, for example, like I mentioned, in choosing which platform you want to use for part 2, there's different options. There's different short videos on AWS, Colab, and GCP on how to run it. Check out that series if you have any questions. There's also like Python fundamentals, object-oriented programming fundamentals, PyTorch fundamentals. There's a lot of resources there, and let's give applause to our dedicated TA team for getting this work done over summer. Labs, they're gonna be 8 to 9:20 a.m. on Friday. It's at 8 a.m. on Friday. There are labs. Please come. Office hours. We have the calendar. Drop into office hours if you have problem to debug a code. If it's a short question, put that on Piazza. Historical data has says our DA team answers Piazza questions under 5 minutes. So if it's something that you need a short answer directly, you need an answer like immediately right now, post it on Piazza. If you have a portion of code that you cannot debug, try to go to the office hours first. But if you're absolutely at a time that's unable to make it, send a screenshot on Piazza. We'll debug it for you. Questions for now? Do we have to find out our calendar? It's on the website. Cool. We might still be finalizing it. But the ones that are out there are out there. If there are changes to it, usually we post that on Piazza in advance.
Can you tell us more about what happens in the lab?
So the labs are before each after your lectures on your particular weeks, we will have lab on those topics, and we will cover some hands-on exercises for you guys. We'll have a notebook, and we'll help you to understand the concepts in terms of code and beyond. So it's like for you guys to get acquainted on the future of what you can expect the next week and the following lectures.
There are coding practices in the lab. And of course, it's time to work with your friends. Cool. Any other questions? Yes.
So I registered in the section called Risk and M, and there's no time for, I don't know why.
Send us a note on Piazza. We'll switch you. Yes.
You would have quotas for like in PSC itself, because like I heard like PSC is faster. So is it like a strategy to save the faster one for part or anything?
PSC, there are homework 3 and homework 4 are generally more computationally expensive. You can use PSC for those, but setting up PSC early if you want to. Homework 1, part 2, you do not need PSC. You can use other resources. But starting homework 2, part 2, PSC is good for us. Any other questions? Cool. We all have access to the tools, all the lab, Canvas, Piazza, and have access to our website. Okay, send us something. All right, if we don't have. TA's emails are on the course website, which is publicly available. If you're not on Piazza yet, send us an email, you can get it. Cool. All right, let's go to the fun part. Homework 1, part 1. We're gonna structure a neural net from the very beginning. So the part 1s of across the 4 homework collectively will help you set up your own version of PyTorch. We call it MyTorch here. So we're breaking it down to 4 parts. Part 1 covers neural net, optimizer, the model itself, which is a multilinear conceptual model, and there is autograder and flags. Let's talk about let's break it down to smaller parts. So in the MyTorch folder, this is what the main part of your code is gonna call. It's gonna call it across all 4 homeworks. Those are all MyTorches. You'll be filling things in the later, in like homework 2, 3, and 4. And at the end of this class, you have your version of PyTorch. So what is in the neural net folder? We have linear, we have activation, we have loss and batch norm. In each section, we have different functions and files for you to fill in. For example, in activation, there's sigmoid. there's ReLU, 10H, GameLU, and SWIFT. Check our write-up. Oh, totally forgot about this. Check our write-up about the math to it and implement accordingly in this homework. In this homework, there are very detailed instructions on how do you implement step by step. So if you follow our write-up closely, and where am I? Okay. Okay. So for example, in activation, there's sigmoid, and there were two functions to write. It's a forward, there's a backward. In this homework one, part one, we have very detailed comments and break things down very clearly for you. If you follow the write-up closely and just follow the structure of the starter files that we give you, it's gonna be very easy to debug even if you run into issues. And the math is in this 40 pages thing. Refer to the math if you are having any problems. Prof is gonna talk about in the lectures. Cool. Also, one important thing that's helpful for me personally is simply understanding the math itself is not enough. You need to understand, like just referring to the math to code, it's not gonna be helpful when you want to think about the math. Doesn't make sense. So just using the math, like using the equation, a plus b equals like f of x equals ax plus b, just type that transfer that into Python. It's not gonna help you to understand what is a linear function. Okay, so all I'm saying is trying to understand the math in the write-up, it's gonna be helpful for you to memorize what are these functions are doing. And that's gonna be helpful in any code interviews that you have, or any like literate like online interviews or face-to-face interview. If someone asks you a question, hey, what is the sigmoid function? You can very confidently tell them, I know what is the math behind it. I know how to write it out. It's a high requirement. Manage your time carefully. Any questions? So there's the neural net portion, and we have optimizer. In this first part, we're going to talk about stochastic gradient descent. That is the only optimizer we're introducing here. There will be more coming later. Has anyone heard of Adam or Adam W? Yes, I'm gonna write about that later. Cool. What's next? The model itself, in the first homework, it is a multilinear perceptron model. Have we talked about that in lecture?
Yeah.
We have briefly touched on it, right? Okay. Review lecture 2. If you haven't, if you dislike the first week of class, we understand first week can be a lot. But there are important concepts going on already. Review it before starting this homework. Right. Autograder. This is the local version of the autograder. There are flags. So once you finish a function, you can change the flag to true, and that's gonna let the autograder run, and you can test your files and test your functions and get a grade immediately on your local file. Once you pass everything, make sure to submit to AutoLab, which is our online autograder where we keep your scores. Make sure to submit that. Don't wait till the last minute. But testing locally is always like right. Cool. Requirements of text. That's the dependencies and whichever version we're using in Python or stuff. Check that and then install it. Okay. Questions at this point?
Is there a limit to something or not?
There is 10 times limit to overlap per day. So one of the reasons we try to encourage run everything on your local machine first and make sure it tests before submitting overlap. But this 10 times submission per day. Cool.
Can we have you guys not block the exit?
Oh yeah, come on in. Come on in.
Up inside.
So do we all have access to the write-up? It's on AutoLab. There are tons of details in it. Read through it as like refers to the write-up when you're implementing your functions. Okay. Any questions as for now? All right, have fun. This is part one.
Can you use your laptop? My laptop is about to die. Yeah, can you open the drive? Okay. You can stop sharing.
So my other tabs.
Okay, okay. Let's stop sharing for a bit. Can I also open a Piazza in another tab?
It's gonna show the instructor view that there are private questions.
Yeah, we'll just open this. Sorry, homework one page, just so that I can go
Okay, and you want
the bootcamp. Slide.
this one?
Yeah. Think so. Why is it not showing? Why is it not sharing? It's not sharing. You but yours is. Nope. Okay, why? It's not sharing.
This thing, choose the content. Yes. To see, maybe, I don't know how to do that, but we can like face this towards him and turn on.
So what are Zoom people saying? To be connected? I think that's what they be saying. Yeah, that would be from there. But I joined the Zoom. This is not working. Well, there are a lot of wires in here. Okay. This is not clear.
Yeah, instead, yeah, and then we can view.
I don't think so they can view from there.
I know, so this would be like the next best. And then it could show you, right?
But how are we gonna? You're saying that we'll use
With what?
we should use the screen behind and then focus this on the students?
Use the screen behind. I don't know what you mean.
No, for the for the boot camp, like.
I think this should be good. Um, you can just share screen actually. We can.
Sorry, could you say that differently? I didn't understand.
Like, I have to be presenting, right? If I
Yeah.
turn around the laptop.
No, no, it would be facing you.
Oh, so yeah, it's just like we'll turn on the camera to face it.
Right, yeah,
Oh, okay, okay,
then they'll see you.
okay, okay.
Um, so this is it, right? Sure. Where is it? Where's this? This is you, right?
No, no.
No, it's not.
No.
Crap. Oh gosh. Sophia. We're having some trouble with, like, I don't know what we're mirroring anymore with the. Creston, is that you?
How am I supposed to curve you, right?
Okay, I'm gonna stop mirroring. Choose
Can you
content.
choose the entire screen?
Is that okay? Entire screen?
Sure.
Okay. And then,
Makes it simpler.
and then we will share the screen. Where's the, is that it? Where's the,
I think this is fine.
okay, it's blurry though. Like, what is this? I don't get. Oh, it's there, but it's still blurry. Like, I don't, yeah.
Yeah,
You can close random things. I just don't
Yeah,
want
you
people
can,
to
it's
see
your
it.
computer, so
Okay.
I'm just trying to maximize this.
this is.
This
but
is
it's-
better, right?
Yes, but look at.
Can we grab someone else's laptop? Or-
Yeah, we can use someone else's.
Okay.
Do you wanna just grab your?
Mine is dead. That's fine. Okay, okay.
Yours?
It's not supposed to echo. Oh, my bad. Okay. Yes. Yes, please.
How quickly do we receive feedback for the multiple choice questions to check? Like, are those graded and then given back to us? Or-
You'll be automatically graded immediately. And of course, these homework quizzes does not have limit. Your general weekly quizzes have 3 attempts, and we will take the best of those 3 attempts. But these homework quizzes does not have any limit on your attempts, so it's open for any number of attempts. But yeah, that is for you guys to get acquainted on what you're dealing with the homeworks and to make much more of a holistic approach towards your homeworks. And there is the main notebook, which is your starters or the skeleton notebook, which you will be dealing with. So this would be your homework 1P2 standard skeleton notebook. So make sure you go through each cell and understand what you're dealing with. There are a lot of to-dos where you'll have to implement what implement your part of the code, and then also we have necessary comments across them that will guide you through what you will be implementing. And you'll have to be doing this across the notebook in order to complete your model training. And yes, if there are any questions while coding or training your model, and you find some difficulties in your debugging while you're debugging, please make sure you reach us out. We have all open for office hours. We encourage you guys to make use of the office hours. And even if you're not able to do so, please reach out to us in Piazza. We'll help you guys at the earliest possible time. So this is something you will guys have to be dealing with, and good luck. Yeah, round of applause. Thank you.